Hey everybody, it's Josh, and thought I'd come to you today and give you a little view of what's going on around here. So we got my security system. Tell him hi, Otis. Say hi. He's my good boy. My big vicious attack dog that is really just out here playing with our cat. So that's Otis. Hey, good boy. All right, got him put away. So this is a little bit of our, this is our raised garden we made last year. There's some stuff starting to come up. Our strawberry patch is looking amazing. We're pretty excited about that. I think we're going to extend it over to this side, let it keep going. But these came on really good. I've been putting a tarp over them at night because it's been getting a little bit chilly around here. So we really added on to this year. And we've started throwing our compost and our grass clippings and, well, Otis's bathrooms. Every time the boys clean up his poop, we've been putting it in here. Started putting a fence up. Gonna wall it off. We're actually gonna wrap this all the way down around the house on both sides with this fence so that we can keep it secure and bring some dirt in and continue to grow more food, because I'm not sure if you guys have seen about the pipeline and the fuel. That's how food gets brought to your grocery store. You know, it requires trucks. Those trucks run on fuel. As fuel prices go up, expenses for these companies that deliver your food go up, which means food prices go up. So we're gonna do a little walk and talk today. I think we're gonna change it up. Instead of driving around, maybe we'll take a little walk. Kind of hit the fourth thing I like to talk about with health. I kind of overdid it yesterday, and I jogged a little further than I normally do, and today my legs are killing me because I'm old and I'm fat. So today we're going to do a little walk, which I guess there's worse places to have to take your walk. Not too shabby. Walk around the lake here. So yeah, food shortages, food prices. There is talk right now. We live in the Midwest, and apparently Michigan, the pipeline that runs from Canada to Michigan right now, is about to be shut down as well. Is what I just heard this morning. So prepare for that. Might want to pick up some more fuel. If anybody has gas tanks or gas cans, I'd highly suggest that maybe you go fill them up, because I don't see prices of fuel going down. Because if they can't lock you down for a virus, they'll find some way to keep you at home. You know what I mean? Which brings me to my next point. I had a good friend of mine. She reached out to me and sent me a video about magnets sticking to your arm after you take the vaccine. Now, I'm pretty sure this is fake. I'm pretty sure. Might not be, but I think it's just one of those things they put out there. I know somebody who works where they give the injections, the jabs, as they call them, and I've not heard of this. I think it's more likely that this is just something else. So basically, so they can see who's spreading it online. Because everything you do online can be tracked. And I would imagine that what this is a way for them to track the crazy people. But you know what's funny to me about that? Is the girl that sent me that is a huge Trump supporter. And I'm not sure if anyone remembers last year, but Trump was the one who rushed this vaccine, got it, Operation Warp Speed. And now, all of a sudden, it's, oh, this vaccine's so dangerous. Well, who do you think got it made? Who do you think produced it? I think it was George Carlin that said, the people who run this country are in a big club, and we're not in it. So, I'm not saying that, well, maybe I am saying that, that it's all a giant scam or a giant conspiracy, but it probably is. What I'm saying is to be careful where you put your trust. I'm trying to figure out how to say this and not get kicked off of YouTube is what I'm trying to do. But does anybody ever stop and think that maybe the only reason why there's a two-party system and the reason why Republicans get so mad at Democrats and Democrats get so mad at Republicans is because if anybody ever stopped to look at what's happening to our country with our monetary system, with the wars we fight, with the debt they've put us into, Democrats and Republicans, both of them, they both do it. Did the deficit go down under Trump? No. Even before the virus and all that, he was still racking up trillions of dollars. He wasn't bringing down deficits. He wasn't cutting spending. He didn't shave a bunch of money off the national debt. Nope, he was adding to it, just like everybody else. So, before we all run and say it's these crazy Democrats, oh, look at what Biden's doing. Look at what happened. Look at there's magnets. The vaccine. It's a chip. Maybe stop to think about who was in office when that vaccine was made. And it was probably the guy you voted for and the guy whose flag you're flying at your house. I mean, we're so brainwashed. We're so convinced that we're right, and we have to have somebody at the top who's fighting for us. We voted for this person. That means, they're here to help us. No, they're not. They're there to help themselves. They are there to help themselves. All of them. I don't care who it is. When's the last time that the debt went down? The 90s, maybe they might have passed a budget or something with Newt Gingrich that actually cut the deficit a little bit. And that was only momentarily. So let's just all take a minute, maybe use a little bit of common sense. Think outside the box and think to yourself, why am I mad at Democrats? Why do I look at Democrats and get upset with them? And I don't mean, the people in office. We should be mad at all of them, regardless. Because if anybody had the nerve, well, they probably wouldn't be in there long. if anybody actually wanted to go in there and change anything, they wouldn't be there long. But I'm talking about our neighbors. Maybe your neighbor, your person at work, your family member who's a liberal. I need to get me a selfie stick or something because this sucks holding this. Maybe don't be mad at them, because as long as we see each other as the enemy, you know, your liberal neighbor, your Republican neighbor, family member is not the enemy. The people that have created this system, the people that have just put us into overwhelming debt, that are collapsing our economy, that incentivize staying at home, those people are the enemy. The people that constantly make that thing in your pocket that you think is money worth less and less and less, they are the enemy. They are the people who we should all be mad about. You know what I mean? I just saw a Facebook post from a school here in the county where they're having a school board meeting to discuss putting into place a class to teach kids finance, to teach kids how to manage their money. And there was actually people on this post who were against it, who were saying, well, I don't know how we're gonna make room for this. We already have such a busy schedule in our schools and classes, and are we gonna have to cut something else to teach our kids how to manage their money? Well, here's the deal. It's the only thing that matters. That's it. Maybe kids don't all need to learn trigonometry. Maybe, just maybe, and I was good in math, but maybe advanced calculus isn't something they're going to use in their everyday life. You know? I don't think that they're going to be out there solving logarithmic equations or having to plot something on a graph in their everyday life when they're saying, do you want fries with that, or welcome to Walmart, or pushing the button in the factory they work in. Odds are they're not going to be like, whew, thank God I learned about trigonometry and calculus. Nope. But what's funny is they won't even teach them about actual money. They won't be taught how money actually works. They might teach them how to, balance their budgets or their checkbooks and, basic things, which are good things. Things that are important to learn, but they're not actually going to teach them about money and how it works, how it's created, about wealth, because that doesn't serve anybody any good. Plus that the teachers themselves probably wouldn't even know how to teach it. They wouldn't even know what they were talking about. But, yeah, I just thought that was kind of amusing. That they were actually going to put a finances class and make it part of the curriculum. It should be a prerequisite. It should be, well, I don't know if that's the word, but it should be mandatory. I would think you should have to take it. It shouldn't be some type of a class. It's like an elective that you can just take if you want to. Like band or choir or wood shop. However, that is actually a valuable skill, wood shop. Which I don't even know if they do anymore. But I would, maybe strongly suggest in your local community, if anybody has kids in school, or even if you don't, maybe bring it up to your school boards that there should be a finances class taught to your high school kids. Because within a matter of a year or two, a couple years, those kids are going to be in the real world. But you know what? At that point, they'll be able to go get $100,000 in debt. they can go get $100,000 in debt, but probably can't get a $10,000 loan to start a small business. But if you want to get $100,000 in debt, when you're 18, up until you're about the age where you can go out drinking, hey, by all means, go in debt up to your eyeballs. Now, if you want to get out and get a job and buy a house or start a business, we're going to need more credit history from you. We're going to need to have a little more proof. But, you want to go to college? You want to get taught the stuff we want you to learn and become a good little slave? You can go in debt as far as you want to go in debt. That is what we teach our kids. That's the financial situation in this country. You can go $100,000 in debt before you're even able to buy a beer. But by all means, let's not teach them about finances. Let's not teach them. And I did the same thing, And I've already told my boys, because they're talking about it going to college, and I said, look, if you want to go to college, that's great. If you want to be a doctor, a lawyer, if you need, if you want to do something that actually requires that. However, imagine as a kid, 18 years old, any of those people that went to college, if you could have took that $40, $60, $80, $100,000 and invested it, by the time you were able, as an adult, to pay off your student loans, so probably by the time you're 40, at which point you have a house, a car, and every other bill you have to pay off, if you would have taken that same amount of money and invested it properly, by the time you hit 40, you'd probably be retired if you took that $80,000 to $100,000 you spent on college. And we want to teach our kids finance. Financial advice. That's brilliant. That's genius. These people are freaking geniuses. These are the same people that run the world. These are the same people that run everything. I don't know. I'll let you make your own mind up about that. I guess that's enough about that little rant there. So yeah, I just find it amusing. I find it amusing that we have to put it up for debate to teach our kids about finances. Let's see, what else today? What else? I guess that's about it. Oh, hey, here's something interesting. Okay, so I saw something the other day. Okay, I told we've been working on getting healthier, and we came across something about dandelions. Now this is interesting, so hold on here. We saw something about dandelions and about how good it is for your cardiovascular system, how just in general healthy dandelions are. And there's some dandelion supplements you can take that are, extremely good for your health. So we started getting some and taking them. And because you can't just go pick your own dandelions because you've treated your yard, you've used fertilizer, weed killer made by Roundup. The parent company of Roundup also makes a lot of medicine for cardiovascular systems. So in your yard, naturally, which we have been trained to call weeds, you have these little yellow flowers that are amazingly healthy. The roots are good. You can make tea out of it. It's very, very good for your cardiovascular system. These weeds that we are killing are some of the healthiest things, and they're the most abundant weed in your yard probably. But we've been taught that they're weeds, and we kill them. And the company that has taught us to kill these dandelions and keep them out of our yard is the same company that produces drugs, pharmaceutical drugs, that are supposed to cure the same thing as the weed that they make millions, if not billions of dollars off killing. If that doesn't tell you everything you need to know about the pharmaceutical complex, the pharmaceutical industry, then I don't know what it is. I don't know what else it'll take you to convince you that you just lied to every single day. We've been programmed. We've been programmed to believe what they tell us. We kill these weeds in our yard because we've been told, oh, you want to have a nice green yard, you don't want dandelions. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. So maybe look into that. Check that out. Look into that for yourself. Maybe start taking some dandelion supplements. Maybe stop killing them, because they're extremely healthy for you. Well, that's about it. That's about it. So if you guys could put a like down there at the bottom, subscribe, hit the bells, get some notifications. That way you'll know when I put up videos. And we'll talk to you soon. All right, thanks.